And we return for race 2 of the Weekday series from Mid-Ohio. This 13-turn track is one of the more challenging on the calendar. It's got long straights mixed with some high-speed turns and also some kind of slow flowing turns as well, which definitely leaves it to a difficult downforce balance. But let's run down the grid for this reverse grid race. Dean Reimers will start on the pole position ahead of Mike Magasevic, all Golden Bolt front row. Following them will be Quintus Gillespie for Spalding RT, Rick Martel for Team Shashma, independent run Alex Hayes in the BMW M6. Then we have Mike Mark of Zagato Piston, Alessio De Bonis of Spalding RT, Wesley Stokes representing Team Shashma, Genghiz Khan representing Golden Bolt Racing, and race 1 winner Jason Monds representing Zagato Piston. Everyone else is where they finished. Dule Markovic will start from the 11th spot for Zagato Piston. 12th will be Dave Collins for John Slow Racing. Independent run McLaren 650S driver Alan Angel will start from 12th. 13th, pardon me. And that is the grid. Absent is Mark Klabzul, who did not finish race 1. Let's kick this off. Could be in for a good showdown to the first turn because Dean Reimers has historically not been the greatest off the starts, and Mike Magasevic, who's on the inside there, has been good on the starts, and he has cleared Dean Reimers. Gillespie's into 3rd. Good start from Alex Hayes up to 4th after a bad start in race 1. He's got Rick Martel in 5th place. 6th place, Wesley Stokes. 7th place, I think that is De Bonis. As Reimers runs very wide into turn 2, the keyhole, and loses 2nd place to Gillespie, and Hayes is coming through as well. This run down to the China Beach set complex, definitely favoring the M6. He should be able to get the grunt on Reimers. And through he goes. So at the front, Mike Magasevic leading the way from Quintus Gillespie and Alex Hayes. 4th is Wesley Stokes. 5th is Mike Mark. 6th is Reimers. He's falling back. Goes off. Through goes De Bonis into 6th. 7th for Khan. 8th for Martel. 9th for Markovic. And 10th will go to Dave Collins. Jason Monds, terrible start. Down in 11th place currently. Looks like he may have had contact somewhere on the first lap. Magasevic leads us across the line to head into lap number 2. Still trailed by Quintus Gillespie. Gillespie looking to make a move. He is the faster of these two cars, one would have to think. Finished ahead of him race 1, came from the back to finish 8th, and contact! Magasevic spins out. He's going to lose a ton of positions because he's going to have to rejoin safely here. And Gillespie's also going to fall back a good ways as he doesn't get up to speed immediately. It's going to see Magasevic rejoin in, I want to say that's about 9th place. And yeah, then the logic would work out there. Hayes still leading the way, or well, not still leading the way, but he's inherited the lead. Wesley Stokes is in 2nd place. Mike Mark is 3rd, followed by Alessio De Bonis. Then Genghiz Khan in 4th place. 5th place is now Rick Martel. 6th place for Monds. 7th for Gillespie. 8th for Magasevic. 9th for Markovic. 10th for Reimers. 11th Collins. 12th Angel. I miscounted somewhere because there should be 13 cars, and I only counted 12. Alex Hayes heads into the carousel and then turn 13 to complete lap 2. And his first lap as leader. Had a good showing in the sprint race in Bridge as well. This M6 is going to be hard to pass on anywhere that involves a lot of grunt, because this is, not necessarily a grunt-based track, but Hayes is going to have the advantages coming down into the China Beach complex. He's going to have the advantages on both large straightaways, and also through Thunder Valley. Still leading the way from his BMW compadres, Stokes, Mark, De Bonis, and Khan. rounding off the top 5. 6th is Martel, 7th is Monds, 8th is Magasevic, 9th is Markovic, 10th is Reimers, 11th Collins, 12th Angel. And we have lost Quintus Gillespie somewhere along the line. It looks like he's had a failure and has dropped out of the race, leaving us with just 12 cars. Okay, he's still in the lead here on lap number 3, leading the way from Wesley Stokes and Mike Mark. Alessio De Bonis may be the danger man as he's coming through. Genghiz Khan's been quick. Martel is in 6th place. 7th for Monds still as he hunts down Martel. Magasevic, Markovic, and Reimers rounding off the points positions. As the position chart has finally adjusted. Alex Hayes in the lead still from Wesley Stokes. 3rd place belongs to Mike Mark. Then it's De Bonis and Khan. And if we go a little further back here, we're going to watch Rick Martel versus Jason Mon. Good battle going on here for 6th place. Mon's the race 1 leader, pole sitter. He's been the fast man all weekend, but a bad start. Looked like he may have gotten spun on lap 1 because he wound up near the back of the pack and has had to make a recovery drive since. Someone who's taken out some pylons. And down the inside into China Beach goes Jason Monds. Rick Martel's not been strong through the S's, so I think he'll probably retain. Markovic has taken Magasevic at some point for 9th place. Let's have a little quick, or 8th place, pardon me. Let's have a quick look at that. Looks like something happened out of the keyhole. Magasevic just gets a little bit on the outside, gets a little on the grass, unsettles the car, and becomes pretty easy fodder into the China Beach complex for Dule Markovic. Alan Angel has gotten past Dave Collins and up into 11th place. Back at the front, it's still Hayes, leading from Stokes, Mark, De Bonis, and Khan. And you feel that Jason Monds might be able to get up on the back of this before long as well. Alan Angel has fallen back to the back of the pack, losing a spot to Dave Collins. Wes Stokes looking to maybe go down the outside at the keyhole. I don't know if he has the grunt for this. Let's see, side by side. Not enough there, though. I just don't think that there's really a way to make that move stick. I don't think there's really a move here on an M6 into China Beach either. This is where the car is at one of its strongest on the track. Genghiz Khan has moved up into 3rd place. He was 5th last we had a look at him, so let's see what happened there. Made up 2 spots in a very short period of time. Here he is making the move on De Bonis by the looks of it. Or pardon me, Mike Mark. De Bonis came earlier on. Alright, so Alessio De Bonis gets a little out of shape into the carousel, leaves room. Genghiz Khan goes up the inside, takes 4th place, and then starts sniffing onto the back of Mike Mark. Heading into lap 5. Mark gets a little bit wide and I think he loses both places. Heading into the keyhole. So while Wes Stokes was trying to make a move for the lead, you had Alessio De Bonis trying to come back on Genghiz Khan to no avail. And the championship leader is back up on the podium, looking to keep his podium streak going. 3 podiums in a row for Genghiz Khan. He's looking for number 4. It looks like Alan Hell lost control of his car and wound up spinning back on lap 5, or on early lap 5. So back to the front. Hayes is still under pressure from Wesley Stokes, but he has not cracked yet. Stokes, of course, finished on the podium in race 1. Had a very solid run to 3rd place. He's looking for a little bit better here. Wants to go 2 steps higher, take that victory, take his 2nd victory of the season. He's having a very good opening to the season here, on tracks that he has historically not been the strongest at. So you got to think Wes Stokes is starting to become a championship contender here. Really suiting these Z4s. Still cannot find himself a way around Alex Hayes, though. Genghiz Khan starting to catch them now that he's dealt with Mike Mark and De Bonis. Jason Monds in the background there is the 6th place car, and Rick Martel in 7th still in view. Oh, very wide from Hayes. Stokes goes up the inside and takes the lead. Does Hayes have anything to come back at him for? Maybe he does. This again is a strong section of the track for the M6. Coming up the inside into the China Beach complex, and he's got it. Alex Hayes back in the lead after a brief time letting Wes Stokes in. It's let everyone bunch up again, though. De Bonis and Khan now very much on the back of Stokes. He's got to worry about them as well as trying to attack Alex Hayes. Tell you who's... Oh, and Mike Mark's actually with this. I was about to say that Mike Mark didn't seem to be keeping up quite as well, but there he is. He's in the mix as well. Hayes is in just his 4th start in 0, so it would be a big deal if he could take a victory here. This M6, like I've said, this M6 is going to be hard to pass because it's very strong in the traditional passing areas, even if it has some problems across the rest of the lap. Mike Mark, by the way, has made a move on Alessio De Bonis. Let's go have a look at that. It looked like De Bonis got a shape in the background. Indeed, that does look like the case. It's like Genghiz Khan pushing him just a little wide. And through goes Mike Mark. Back into 4th place. And De Bonis now under fire from Jason Monds. He wants to get himself into the top 5. Getting close, getting close. Spalding RT versus Zagato Piston. And De Bonis holds off Monds for now, the battle of the last season's 2 champions. Back at the tail end of the points, still Markovic under pressure from Magasevic in a battle for 8th place. Reimers, Collins, and Angel wind off the field. Stokes is once again putting that pressure on to Alex Hayes at the front of the pack. Hayes is not able to make a break for it. He's strong in the overtake sections, but he's not able to really create any separation because I just don't think he has the speed that the guys behind him do. But catching and passing are 2 different things. We did see Stokes briefly get ahead, but only to be victimized by the M6 into China Beach. Seventh place car of Rick Martel still hanging on to the back of this 6-way fight. Monds was looking for a move on De Bonis again, but did not pull it off. De Bonis retains 5th place. Ooh, Dave Collins has moved up into a points-paying position. Let's have a look at how that happened. It's also the Academy podium that he's taken from Dean Reimers. Looks like this may have just been a problem for Reimers at some point. Yep, just gets out of shape heading into Thunder Valley. Loses the back end. And Dave Collins moves through. Hayes is still leading. He has gotten wide into the keyhole a couple of times. That's maybe where Wesley Stokes can make a move happen. A little bit of a gap forming between Khan. Khan's becoming a bit of a spacer between the two battles. Lap 8 of 11 here. Into Thunder Valley. Oh, very close into Thunder Valley. But again, that M6 grunt coming into play. Could be a maiden win for the M6 cars as well. We've not seen a BMW M6 win in either Season 2 or Season 4 as of yet. Markovic gets quite wide, and that's going to open up the door for Magasevic if he makes another slight mistake. Stick with this battle for a little bit here. Give the guys at the back a little time on camera. Whoa, very wide. Markovic gets very wide, and down the inside goes Magasevic, taking 8th place. At the front, the battle still rages, heading into Thunder Valley. Alex Hayes with the lead from Wesley Stokes. Stokes is very much faster through that complex, but doesn't have the grunt to stay with him on the little straightaway here. We know Hayes is a tough cookie to crack. Rick Martel and him had a fantastic battle in race 1. Can he remain ahead, though? Genghiz Khan is now giving Wesley Stokes something to think about. I'm here too, he says. Championship leader may be on the move. Alan Hell's had a moment there as he falls down a lap. Mike Mark is under pressure from De Bonis, and Jason Monds is right there, waiting to pounce himself. In the meantime, looked like Genghiz Khan was shaping up for a move on Wesley Stokes. It did not come about. He's looking again, though, putting all kinds of pressure on Stokes. Just one lap after this to go. Dave Collins still hanging on to that last points paying position against Dean Reimers. Alex Hayes is going to be leading going into the final lap unless he messes up the carousel here. Handles turn 12 the carousel perfectly into turn 13. And Stokes falling quite a bit off the back of him now and into the clutches of Genghiz Khan onto the last lap we go. Further back, De Bonis briefly was passed by Jason Monds, but gets the spot back in a fantastic battle for 5th place. Monds looking to the inside of the keyhole, not going to shove his nose in there quite yet, though. De Bonis gets a little bit wide. Markovic might have had an off. He's fallen very far off of Magasevic. Pretty decent lead now for Hayes. I think the focus for Wesley Stokes has turned on to defending second place from the championship leader Genghiz Khan, then attacking Alex Hayes. Rounding the final section here into the carousel. And Alex Hayes is going to take victory here at Mid-Ohio race number 2. Wesley Stokes and Genghiz Khan are going to join him on the podium. Mike Mark holds off Alessio De Bonis and Jason Monds for 4th place. Rick Martel is going to come across the line. Pretty lonely race for him in 7th place. 8th place is not Alan Angel. He's down a lap. 8th place is going to be Mike Magasevic as he comes through to lap Alan Angel. 9th place is going to go to Dule Markovic. First points of the season for Markovic. Also second in the Academy driver class. Well, the final podium in the Academy class and the final point is still up for grabs. It is Dave Collins in the black car and white car. The black car with the pale blue highlights is Dean Reimers, and it's going to be Dave Collins who takes that 10th place. And the final podium spot in the Academy Cup against rival Mike Magasevic, Dean Reimers. No points in the driver's title despite having started on pole, and a 4th place finish in the Academy Cup. So that's all from Mid-Ohio for the weekday race. We'll be back for the weekend race coming up real soon. We've also got action coming from Indianapolis in 2 weeks' time. Hope you tune in for that as well. And enjoy your day.